So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So in this part I'm going to continue using my Ivy and the Inky Butterfly book, and this time I'm going to do a tutorial. I'll move it up, showing you roughly how I do a detailed coloured background in very small sort of detailed areas. So you'll notice here I've actually this area is basically finished except for the flowers at the bottom. And so basically I have done a very detailed area here. I will probably go in and fill in the black gel pen first in this part, and then I'll continue with our detailed area. But I want to show you roughly how I do this detailed area, how I still get that light effect, and how I can get 3 colours in those small detailed areas. So yeah, I really hope this will be something you'll enjoy, and I hope I remember exactly how to do it, because as I said, it's been over a year since I've worked in this book. So yeah, so what I want to do first is I'm actually going to do my black gel pen, and I'm going to finish filling in around our areas that will be black gel pen. And then I'm going to come in, because that'll make it easier then for me to not miss areas like I did. You'll notice with what I did with the gem tutorial, I missed a lot of areas because I couldn't tell which was where because of just a lot of white space. So this will make it easier to know exactly the spaces that require the, shall we say, the background colours. Pretty much. So pretty much we're wanting to skim past the flower area, and up to about here. We want to obviously have it running, the black running along here, but we want to have leave space for our background colour in a very detailed background. So as I was saying, if you really want to do this full image, basically the colours that I used for the gems are the exact colours that I used for those. As I said, for the purple areas I basically used blue violet, and these are Fabercastell Polychromos, blue violet and middle purple pink for my for the crown and sort of all the detailed squiggle areas. The background area, I'm going to show you how I did that bluey green background in a minute, but I'm also going to just get this black background area done too, so that I have a clear idea on where the details are going to go. So this may take a little bit of time just to do it. I'm just doing our usual black strokes. I'm just doing it to the area. The glue actually has popped on the spine on the front page area in this book, so that is why this is. I'm hoping it won't fall apart as I go doing the book, but I guess we shall see. I guess we shall. So I'm just sort of working it backwards and forwards to roughly where I've got my black border, and I'm using my black Uniball Signo gel pen 0.7mm. I think I forgot to say that. Basically just said black gel pen, but yeah. So I'm just doing this because it does make it easier in these very detailed backgrounds to be able to tell where you are putting your colours, like the actual colour bits of the background. It makes it easier to sort of tell those areas in my opinion anyway. I find it easier to tell those areas. And I really hope the bit of a gem tutorial thing helped as well. I hope it did. hope it helped in some way anyway, because I know that I already had the purple bit done, and yeah, so I still hope you could work out how I did that, and hopefully there'll be more gems as we go with the book. Hopefully. And I'm hoping the book won't sort of fall apart as I do it, but it is going to be a bit awkward because of this I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it because of the spine area, the way it's sort of popped up now. So it is going to sort of possibly bubble the pages a bit, so I'm going to have to try and fill out the pages to prevent that bubble, but also I think it's going to need a book underneath the main cover area when we're working on that side, just to stop it from, shall we say, stop it from buckling parts of the pages or making parts of the colouring look awkward and stuff like that. It's just going to need to work around that, but also I'm going to need to try and work that in because I also don't want the book to fall apart. And I know some people's books have been falling apart, and as a result they've gotten them ring binded. But yeah, hopefully it won't fall apart, so I'm trying to work out ways of working around what happens when the books do start trying to fall apart. But yeah, unfortunately the glue just probably wasn't the best, but yeah, we do what we can, I guess. So I'm just finishing this side bit, and I'm going to go into some of the detailed areas, and I will show you that area once I've finished this side bit, and then I'll cut it out and finish the black bit, and then we'll come back with our other areas. So I'm trying not to do the streaks too large, but also large enough to cover a decent space but not leave white streaks in amongst the black gel pen. So me, I've found Uniball Signo is the most consistent for these, but I would probably use my Fabercastell pit pens if I had to do something with the black gel pen that was going to be in the light, because they are light fast, whereas these gel pens aren't light fast, and so they would fade very fast. So that is something that I would consider between if you were going to use the black gel pen to show it in the light. Like, I'm sure this would work, but I'm pretty certain this would fade with time. I'm not sure if light fast pencils do fade a little bit too or not, but yeah, I find just for doing it just in this book, I find it's fine just for in this book. But I found, compared to other brands of gel pens, if you're just using a gel pen to colour in your image in a book, I haven't tried Posca or anything, I don't own any of those, but I find that just for using it in your book, the Uniball Signo is fine, and I find that it doesn't leave as streaky marks as some of the other gel pens that I've tried. So I'm just trying to work the marks in finely and as best I can to each other. I am. And then just to finish this sort of top area, but try not to get too much on my board, I'm just going to do a streak along there to try and finish that. Now what I want to do is I want to come into our more detailed areas around here. So I'm actually going to bring it in, and I'm going to have to keep an eye on one of my bottom areas to make sure that I don't go over areas that I don't want to. And we want to bring it in sort of around these gem sort of areas here. But there's areas too we have to sort of be careful not to colour in the areas that you do want, like the pencil colours in. So I'm sort of watching my previous area carefully, trying to make sure that I don't go over it, but because it's been so long, I've got to try not to make mistakes too, because I haven't done it for so long that it's kind of like, it's easy to get confused. I find the longer it's been since you've done something, the easier it is to get confused with what you're doing because you don't clearly remember it. And these little areas, I'm just going to do a circle around them. I'm just trying to do a bit of a black outline around it without going over the area, just so that when I colour it you can still see the area. You're not going to risk going over it so much, because I find sometimes if I don't draw a line around them I actually go over the area while I'm colouring it, which is not necessarily what I want to do. And my hand's not that steady at the minute. Probably doesn't help. It's probably partly to do with the angle I've got it. I'm trying to colour on, I'm thinking. So let's just turn it this way. And yeah, that makes it a bit easier. So I'm just colouring these in whichever way sort of works best for the angle at the time. I'm sort of not worried about having it all in one row or all one way kind of thing, just trying to make sure that it looks filled in the best way we can. And if you have to, I will just sometimes go over and just add some streaks in if I notice some little patches of streaks in what I've coloured as well. So since I've done black backgrounds a bit before, now that I've done that, I'm going to go and finish filling in these few other areas that I want the black in, and then I will come back and I will show you how to do our greenish bluish area over here in the spots that I have left open over here. So yeah, I will see you in a bit. So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So as you'll see, we're going to continue here as brain function, getting late, so very tired. But as you'll see here, I've now gone and finished the black off camera, the black gel pen for the background. So we can now see the areas where we want our, shall we say, blues and greens of our Faber-Castell pencils. So as you'll notice, pretty much all these spots except the flowers are going to have these colours. Working out where the light source is coming from. I think I said it was coming from that way. Yeah, that's what happens when you get a tired head. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to just quickly turn down this music volume a little. Just give me a minute. That's a bit better, it was a bit loud. I've been trying to hobble around without my crutches. I started trying to use the crutches just before and it's like, oh, that feels so much better. So yeah, back onto the crutches again. But not that it's a bad thing. So I'm going to start with my Faber-Castell Polychromos Cobolt Turquoise. And what we want to do is, we want to use that, we're going to use this to sort of create our shadows basically. So, yeah, I just need to swap the position of this a bit, so you can see what is happening. There we go, that's a bit better. So I'm trying to sort of, I guess, do it a bit similar to how I got these other ones done. As best as I can anyway. I can't exactly remember how I did them because, as I said, it's been so long since I did it. So yeah, we just do the best we can. We will. And so this is, I think I'm going to have the shadow behind the flower here. Some of these I think I didn't do the shadow on some of the parts because of the fact that if I had of, you wouldn't be able to see the next colour. So in this spot I think I'm not doing the shadows absolutely everywhere, but I'm still doing it as much as kind of needed, shall we say. Trying to do this. My pencil isn't the sharpest at the minute, so yeah, I'm just doing the best I can with what well, it's sharp enough, I guess, because it's not like it's close to being blunt, but it's just yeah, small spaces. But yeah, do the best we can anyway. So I'm sort of part copying how I've got the patterns at the bottom area a bit, just so that I can sort of, I guess, what I kind of want to have happen is like it's rotated and flipped. So that's what I'm aiming to achieve anyway. I am. So I'm sort of rotating it a bit for the top with the bottom, so it is rotated just because that's kind of how I want it to look. I don't know that there's any other way to say it, but it is sort of part because I want it rotated, but part because I like how it sort of looks when you do sort of flip it a bit like that. But I guess it is also to do with the fact that, well, it's still working with where our light sources are coming from anyway, and going with the flow, because it would be, some would be sort of more in this upper area, others would be lower, just depending on the light source. But because we've got the shadows over here, you'd probably have the light source up the top. And yeah, basically I can't really say exactly why, but I just kind of like, sometimes, like for this, I just kind of want to repeat the pattern and sort of flip it so that it's got a nice symphony all the way around with like the inside, the way the inside is sort of looks the same and all of that. It doesn't always have to be that way, but I'm kind of, I guess, doing it a bit that way this time, just because I want things to just look that way, I guess. That's basically it. It is. I'm just trying to leave little areas for blending it back in and stuff like that too. No, I don't think it does have the thing down there, but down here it does because it's on. No. Hang on. No. Okay, hang on. I might have messed that up a bit. Which side does? No, I haven't. Phew. Relief. Relief. Okay. So this one I think is full way around. So I hope you can see what I'm sort of doing here. I'm just checking to see if this is the right spot that I've started doing it. Yep, it is. Goes to the inside. Got these little areas here too. Okay, that's those there. Just move it down. I think I'm actually going to pause for a minute, just because it's getting late and I think I'm going to go to bed because I'm getting tired, and then I will definitely continue with this in the morning. So the lighting may look a bit different because I'm continuing it in the morning. But so far, we started with this. We'll continue obviously with this colour tomorrow, and then obviously we'll go on to the other colours to create the same effect that we've got here. So I really hope you're enjoying this, and yeah, I will see you back here in the morning. Okay, so I'm silly. I lit a candle a short while ago and it's not at the point where I can blow it out yet, so I guess I'll just keep going with the colouring for now, and yeah, get ready for bed soon, so let's line this up again. So I guess I'll try and finish this part now, and then shall we say, go on to the next tutorial, because I'm thinking I might do a tutorial on doing some of Johanna Basford's flowers on this piece as well. Just finish it off, I might as well while I'm at it. And then I'm going to continue on. I've got a couple of new pieces that I want to start Amelia Marottas, but I also want to go and do some more of Johanna Basford's, and obviously other pieces I've got going, as well as my own art pieces and stuff, but I've got to work it all out, so yeah. Yeah, anyway, we're going to continue with our Cobolt Turquoise, and basically I'm just copying the patterns from the bottom up to the top so that they kind of look the same, but it's kind of flipped at the same time, like you do have the bottom flipped up to the top a bit with the way the shadows and stuff are sitting. So that is how I'm trying to do it, as I said, and I'm hoping it will work out. But yeah, I guess we'll see you soon enough. I guess we will. I guess we will. So what I'm doing with this top area, basically you just take the same as that and flip it to do the bottom if you decide to basically do this piece. I know it's not really the most instructive piece I've ever done, but I still hope it will work for you. I do. Still hope you'll be able to sort of follow along roughly with what I've done, even though there's parts that have been done and stuff like that. It's happened with the gemstones, having already had the purple done, because it had been so long since I'd done it. I didn't remember that, but I just decided I would do that because you could still see the first colour and it wasn't too complicated, and I was hoping you'd be able to sort of follow along with that after. So yeah. I hope it all worked out okay for you anyway. I do. I do. I do. No, I'm burning a fairy bread scented candle currently. I'm surprised. burnt through a couple of my candle stash. Like, I don't burn them every day, but I kind of overbought a whole heap of candles at one point, and I haven't bought them for a year or more now, but it's kind of like, yeah, I think I've got a heap of candles. Not that I particularly mind, but at the same time it's like, mostly I tend to use them in winter because they don't burn away as fast as in the summer, so yeah. At least that's what I find, because I find in summer the candles sort of melt while you're burning them, and so they kind of, shall we say, burn away whilst they're burning away. They're also, the moisture is being sucked into the air, and I don't know, I've just noticed in summer it reduces a lot further than in winter, so yeah, I don't really know how else to explain that, but yeah, pretty much that's it. I'm just quickly looking at something and fixing something up. I just noticed this one actually does come up around here a bit, so all good, sorted now. Okay, now to continue this, we're going to do our little blue area up the side here. see. Why that one's a bit different. I've done that one slightly different to the other. So the other side's the right side. This side's different, but oh well, we'll just go with it. What's done is done. What's there is there. We're just going with following what I've already done. I can't remember what my brain was thinking at the time when I did it because it was so long ago, so I'll just follow whatever my brain was doing at the time. We pretty much will. I guess fixing things as I go, I am. As I need to. Then we've got to do our little crown area as well, and then we've just got our little area over here to do with this colour. We do. I can't always get a whole heap of the light source areas on here, so I'm just doing sort of what I'm able to with it as well. Oh, okay. I've got something else to add. It's not leaving a lot of room there, so I'm just going to come in with my orange glaze quickly, and I'm just going to do these little circles in the crown with my orange glaze. And my little light source areas didn't work out so well there, but fortunately we've got a second blue coming in. I was trying to leave little areas for the blending, but it was just taking up a heap of the space, but I'm still going to try doing it just because I want it to sort of look a bit more blended in if I possibly can get it that way. I'm trying not to take up all of the spaces, but it is a bit harder when your pencil isn't fully sharp. So I think I'm going to sharpen it even though it's still got plenty on it, just to make it a bit easier doing these last little bits. I'm sort of starting to see why a lot of artists tend to always have their pencil sharp kind of thing. The lid just broke. That didn't work. The word might have already been broken though, I guess. There we go, we'll just leave it at that. Trying to leave a little bit of light source if we can. Okay, here's that and that. Okay, and that's that colour finish now. So now what I want to do is obviously sharpen my pencil first. Is check the time first, I'm going to. And I'm just going to pause for a minute and I'll be back. So everyone, I'm back. Wow, the time's really counting down after doing two tutorials on the one disc. There's 32 minutes left, but I don't think that should take that long with this colour if we get into it. So I'm going to come straight in with my Cobolt Green. And obviously this is a blue, not a green, but yeah. And we want to add this over our previous blue and up a bit into the next area. And try and leave a little bit of area for our final colour. And any spots you find that you missed the first time, obviously just add those in as you go, kind of thing. And we're trying to leave a little bit of a light source area for our final colour to sort of blend into a bit. As well. That's our goal anyway. So I'm just going to fill in some of these areas that we've just gone over with our blue. Well, I'll probably fill in all of them, but yeah, this is just a tutorial on how I do sort of these intricate multicoloured backgrounds in small spaces. Anyway, and dang it, the pencil just broke again. I must have sharpened it too much. Okay, lesson learnt. Don't sharpen the pencil so much. Now I've got pencil lead all over me. Hopefully I didn't over sharpen that again. I hope. I guess we'll see soon enough. Whoops, trying to leave enough room in those areas that you can see some of our final colour when it comes to it. We want to. We want to do our best to anyway. I haven't done very well with those little teeny spots about leaving room for a bit of the green, because I can actually see a bit of the green in the other spots. But yes, we do what we can do. Do the best we can. We do the best we can with it all. That fairy bread candle actually smells nice, but it's kind of like, it's one of those sort of mild scents. It is. But I like it. Sometimes you get stronger scents, sometimes you get not so strong scents. It all seems to vary. I don't know if I've said that before or not, but yeah. So I've done all those areas there. Now we're just coming into, obviously we haven't done everywhere, we've still got these flowers around here to do and things. We're trying to leave little bits of white spaces if we can in these ones to, shall we say, have our final colour showing if we can. Obviously not going to be a huge heap in some of these little tiny areas, but we do the best we can. Some might have more bits of green showing than others. hang on, I don't know if you can see that little bit. I basically just started moving down into this area a little bit then. I did. I just realised I needed to move it up where you could see it. So, yes. I hope you're enjoying this part anyway. I know it's these parts anyway. I know it's something I've already been working on, but I just figured I might as well do a bit of tutorial showing you how I do these things, because I know people are interested in knowing about some of these things. So I just thought I would use one of the pieces I already had of Johanna Basford, since I'm going to be adding in some more Milli Marottas, because then I can, once I finish this piece, then I can move on to the next page, and from there on we can start working through Ivy and the Inky Butterfly as well, which I would like to do. And so yeah, it sort of achieves two goals, because Ivy and the Inky Butterfly is something that I've wanted to get in here, but I wanted to finish this piece first, but it was like I wasn't finding the time. And then I thought, oh, I wonder if I could turn that into a bit of a tutorial with how I do the gems, and then how I do the background bit, and then a bit of a tutorial on doing the flowers. So I hope you'll enjoy it anyway. I hope it works. Hopefully we'll come across some more gems where I can probably do it from the very beginning as we go, but basically, since it was only the first piece, I wouldn't have done the gems if it was more than just the first piece, first colour done on a lot of the upper gems. I probably wouldn't have worried with it if it was more than that, but since it wasn't, that was why I did the gems, because I figured you'd still be able to follow along roughly from what I've done with that. At least I hope so. Anyway. I sort of realised just now, I do tend to use the black gel pen for backgrounds a lot here. Yeah, I just kind of realised that, but then I guess this one, it's not all black gel pen, it's combining the black gel pen with other types of backgrounds, but then I guess I've done other types of backgrounds too that aren't the black gel pen either, but I guess the reason why I do black backgrounds a decent amount for some things is just because I feel that's what's going to make the colours pop better, or pop best. I guess it is, which is totally fair enough. A lot of us use a black background a decent bit of the time, because it's just what works with our image. So we've got to do what works best with our image. And I love how this one sort of combines with the different unique kind of background with the black, and it really seems to bring out those patterns and the colours and the different shapes, and yeah, I really like that effect on it. I really do. And as I said in there, I don't know if it was the start of this one, but basically these purple bits were just done with our blue violet and purple pink. So I would aim to remember to put that in the captions when I put, well, I probably won't put a speed colouring version up of this one just because it is tutorial kind of thing. So the tutorials I probably won't put speed colouring versions up of, but I can, well, yeah, there's no point really if it's a tutorial putting up a speed colouring version of it. So I'm just going to leave that one as a tutorial, this one as a tutorial, and obviously you'll be able to, yeah, hopefully roughly follow exactly what I've done to create your own Ivy and the Inky Butterfly title page. If you want to follow along with me and create a book like this, because I'm thinking I'd like to do like what I'm doing with World of Flowers, but with the different pencil meat, like Ivy and World of Flowers is going to be all Inktense pencils. Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Whereas this one I'm thinking it would be fun to do it with different type of pencils, so maybe like my Fabercastell Polychromos, I'll do this whole book with the Fabercastell Polychromos or the Prismacolors or something like that. So, well, I'm thinking Polychromos since I started with Polychromos, but yeah, I think it's definitely something that I will enjoy doing. Yeah, I'm going to work these in obviously with my other pieces, but I just want to add some more Johanna to try and keep it equal with Millie, so that both Millie fans and Johanna Basford fans both have the opportunity to do either or either, and so there's equal amounts there, because I know both are very popular and I've had people sort of asking about both, and I do notice those ones do tend to bring a lot of people that are interested in those books because they are very well known colouring people, I guess you could say, or colouring artists that create colouring books. That's it. But yeah, for me too, it's also because I enjoy both Johanna Basford's works and I enjoy Millie Marotta's works. I love intricacy and details, and you've probably noticed that with Johanna's I'm adding even more stuff into it because that's how I like doing things if I can. With Millie's I'll add more things into it, but I like experimenting with small spaces and multiple colours, and that's just how I love doing things. I know not everyone particularly does it that way, but I love doing it that way, and so that's kind of, I guess, how I like to go about it, about it all. So yeah, I obviously got a lot more books that I want to add on to the channel. Like I'm thinking and starting for the fourth piece that I'm going to add on, even though I know I've already got a lot and I've got my own pieces and stuff. I think I might even start a piece from Beauty of Horror by Alan Roberts. I'm considering, because it kind of is Halloween coming up. I know we don't really celebrate Halloween in Australia, but yeah. So it's just, there's things I guess I've got to look into and work out, and I sort of want to still do more so that people can see more of like Wild Savannah like they want and stuff like that, but it's also finishing off current pieces that I've got going, and so I'm going to try and find a medium between those and between my own work, and yeah, I've just got to work it out kind of thing, so I'll get there. But yeah, so for my final colour for this piece, for this background, I'm going to come in with my Faber-Castell Polychromos Light Green, and we basically, to finish this off, we basically just want to pretty much just bring it over all those other colours. So that's how we're going to finish this background. It is, and I'm just going to sharpen it a little bit. hopefully I didn't over sharpen it again and the lead will break again because I over sharpened it. At least I'm assuming that, but it could be too because a couple of times I've accidentally dropped these pencils, not like the whole tin, but like some of the pencils onto the floor, so it could have been pencils that I accidentally dropped onto the floor in the past too. That's why the lead broke too, but yeah, who knows for sure. It could have been too, maybe I pressed it slightly the wrong way and as a result the lead broke, but I don't think so because that hasn't really caused it before. It could just be a brief fault in the pencil, who knows. But yeah, I guess sometimes they break, but so far I haven't had many of the Polychromos pencil leads break consistently. It's just been the odd breakage, so I'm not really worried about it. Sounds like we've got hoons outside again on a Saturday night. It does. Checking which areas are in frame and which aren't, because we don't have a lot of time left on the camera, about 9 minutes, and then the card is used up. I guess that's what happens when you try fitting a couple of tutorials onto the one camera though. So I'm just trying to hurry through with our green here. That shouldn't really take too long to do, being the last colour. Shouldn't. So it's see. Quickly move that down into frame. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Try not to go over the purples if you can with the greens, but it's kind of awkward knowing exactly where they're going in these spots. Sometimes you misjudge, which even I do that. Even I misjudge. And see, this is why it was good to have the black background bit first, because then I knew exactly where these colours needed to go, and as a result that has made it easier and a bit faster, because I'm not getting confused and putting colours in the wrong spot or the wrong place or any of that. I'm sort of know exactly what I'm doing and exactly where I'm putting things, which is awesome. It makes it a bit faster in my opinion. If you're mixing a black background with a coloured pencil background, it makes it a bit easier for me to be able to tell which area is what if I do all the black first and then do the pencil colours. Particularly when it's detailed like this one is. I think I missed just briefly, just yet again correcting. If you think you've missed a colour in one spot, just correct it as you go again, like I just did. These areas are a little awkward. I am getting a bit on some of the flowers by accident just because they're so small. But yeah, doing the best we can. So anyway, that is our background. So I really hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to do another part for the flowers and just show how I do some of Johanna Basford's flowers that are different from Ivy and the Inky, but from a lot of flowers. Obviously, these flowers are a bit different, but I want to show how I do them with the Polychromos pencils, and particularly because they're such small flowers, I want to show a bit of a tutorial on how I colour in the small. I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe and comment. Sorry, the camera time just ended. So yeah, and I really hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye!